Okay, guys, so I'm in friggin' Copenhagen, DK. So check it out. As you can see with the architecture behind me, first of all, the weather kind of sucks, but it's all good because I'm having an awesome time. But basically, I'm doing a video about training on keto and training in general. But I just wanted to show this really cool gym. They've got, like, as you see, they've got tires. They have clearly a CrossFit area. The only thing that sucks is that the ceilings aren't high enough to do muscle ups, so I've been having to, improvise. But they've got like a ladder here, they've got the rings, they have, obviously, you can climb across, and we've got the kettlebells all the way across. Of course, we know this would be gone in good old LA. We've got all kinds of bars here. And if I keep going through the gym, because I'm actually going to talk about working out on keto, but there's just kind of a lot for a little gym. Kind of digging it, right? Let's check it out. I'm just going to walk around and take a look. So it's pretty cool. They got pretty good equipment here. They've got plate loading machines. They've got uh, pin loading, obviously. And okay, so let's get right on to it, right? Because I'm kind of in the middle of my workout and I'm so inspired. I'm like, there's not that many people right now. I thought it was a perfect time to do a video about why people don't get the gains on keto and basically people who work out. And the reason why that is because people try to train for hypertrophy and lifting as heavy as possible. But we've evolved since the Greek days of carrying the bull or the cow around the neck and building muscle each day. The reality is, oh, my voice, I sound like a 13-year-old boy. The reality is that I say in every darn video, our bodies are taxed. We all go through stress, but kind of a stress that our hunter-gatherers never kind of went through. Stupid stress. Stupid stress that is literally connected to the body. So basically, people come, and if I go back there's probably some people lifting a bit too heavy. And that immediately puts stress on the adrenals to give you that extra energy. That's why people love pre-workouts and caffeine pills, which is just such a stimulant that overstretches your body to produce energy it just does not have. And when you force your body to do something it doesn't have, it's going to kick you in the ass. That's why we see people who don't have the gains. So basically, the whole thing about losing muscle when you're doing cardio or while you're lifting, for example, let's come over here to the kettlebells, and I'm clearly doing a selfie, so bear with me. People lift what they can't carry. If you see people doing lateral raises, right? They're taking heavy weight. I don't even dare on my sensitive shoulders. This is still too heavy. If people take this weight, which I don't know how much that is in kilos, but because it's all rubbed off, but they will take heavy weight, do a lateral raise, and start to bend their shoulders and start to do this kind of short movement, but they're not getting full extension. They're not getting full flexion. That's what I've always realized. And I'm staying with two guys who train, which is really cool. Because first I stayed with my old skate buddies, and now I'm staying with people who lift. And we were having large discussions about how people grab weight. If you need to be spotted, I know a lot of you guys are going to strangle me right now, but if you need to be spotted for chest press, perhaps that weight is too heavy for you to lift. Yeah, and you're putting possibility for injury on the AC joint, the shoulder girdle. And for what? I've been able to build amazing muscle, right? I've mentioned before in other videos that I've been able to build 15 pounds of muscle on my tiny frame in a year and a half. Granted, yes, I am in keto. I am keto adapted. I am not catabolic. That's the whole problem with people trying. I gotta show this stuff. I'm just loving the scenery. I love being here. Um, the whole problem with people trying to do keto is that They just hear stuff online. I've actually people said, well, you're out of town. I want to book a consultation. So I'll just download a diet from the website. And I'm like, ugh. First of all, they have the macros wrong. They're telling people to eat 75 or 70 or 65 grams of fat. I mean, not grams, sorry, percentage, which is way too low in fat. And the issue really isn't the macros for me, because that's easy to quantify and stretch and bend it around the individual. The problem is people's lifestyles. Yes? Pretty safe to say a lot of these people don't want to be here. They're doing it because it's a part of their routine, where I'm like frothing at the mouth to get here. So I already have the endorphins and the excitement and the pleasure centers of the brain that literally want to hit it, like smash it, crush it. But I'm not talking about lifting what I can't lift. Everything through my whole experience of working out since I was 30 years old, and I started with a skate injury. You actually could not get me into one of these places because I thought people with muscles were disgusting, and I considered myself an artist and a skateboarder. Boy, have things changed. But with that said, the whole problem is people do not get a deep contraction, right? They don't. They don't get a nice contraction. No. You know why? Because they lift too heavy. They're putting pressure on the joints, and therefore they cannot, and they can't, they're disengaged in their core, because a lot of people don't know how to work the core. So therefore, people grab weight that is too heavy, and they start using a swing motion to do a bicep curl. Okay, so now you're using your shoulder joint. You're not actually activating the bicep because you're lifting too heavy. So you do not get a good flexion. You don't get a good extension because you're having resistance in both directions. That's the key. I would love to walk into a gym and see guys lifting light weight and doing it right? Getting the deep contraction within those muscle fibers, really deep into the cell. Wake up the mitochondria. And that's how you start burning after and becoming more insulin sensitive. And that's how your GLUT4 receptor, they come out and they gobble up that glucose so it doesn't get stored. But that's got to be a deep contraction. And to get that, you can't swing. You got to lower the weight so you can get that deep contraction, so you can become more insulin sensitive, so you can keto adapt quicker. That's the problem with people. Yeah. People are always doing what their bodies cannot do, essentially. Overtraining, training to failure. Let me see, you get up, you're tired, you drink a coffee, you try to do this stupid intermittent fasting that never works because your shite is jacked up before you even try. You want to do intermittent fasting? Freaking meditate. Focus on one thing for 2 months. 2 months. Clear your mind out. Deep breathe. Have your your breaths. Your breath be deep from the diaphragm. Diaphragmatic breathing. Yes. Clear your mind, because just the mind cranking spikes that cortisol. So it's very interesting that people still don't understand that if your glucose is high, your body will always use glucose. We all know that. It doesn't matter if your glucometer registers ketones over 0.5, they easily become unusable because cortisol, which is a stress hormone, is cranking your glucose too high, and your brain defers to using the glucose, and hence you don't adapt, and hence you have all of the cravings and the issues and the symptoms that people are afraid of when it comes to the quote-unquote keto flu. All right. So with that said, you guys, this is what I want you to do. When you go lift next time, try to lift in the day. Try a weekend where when you don't have to go to work. Get up, eat, get up at an earlier time, even though you like to sleep in. Get up, eat fast after you eat breakfast, then go to the gym around 11, 12, and do a light workout and get full range. past zero, full range of motion. Uh, do a full body circuit because we're not training for hypertrophy on this particular day. Go home, and at 5 p.m., you're going to freaking relax. Well, do whatever you want to do in the day, but then at 5, you're going to relax. Yeah! You're going to chill out and enjoy your evening, and you're going to continue to clear out your mind. You're going to continue to focus on one thing instead of 500 things. You're going to continue to eat lovely keto, not have your protein too high. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to feel fantastic and you're going to feel hungry and you're going to have a lower in glucose and a spike in ketones that are usable. So that's it, guys. I'm keeping it really low because I stand out. Let's just say Steph stands out wherever she goes. So I'm trying to be respectful and not bounce around like I normally do. But energy. Okay, so basically, I'm in Copenhagen, Denmark. Been actually trying to learn Danish because it's so close to Swedish. So instead of saying jag, I gotta say jeg. Uh, jeg, Stephanie. But anyway, yes, go to the gym, go down in weight, learn how to get a deep muscle contraction because that is the reason why you're not insulin sensitive. This is the reason why your muscle doesn't grow. This is the reason why you don't keto adapt because you're swinging weight, you're totally inflamed, and a lot of you guys have to learn how to engage your core. You want to know how to learn how to engage your core? Go do a handstand. If you guys want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com, Stephanie the Business Person on my Facebook fan page, or Stephanie Ketogenic on my Instagram. And guess what, guys? I'm in Denmark. I'm loving it. I really am. I love traveling. You guys know I love traveling, so I'm going to keep it up. Peace out. Think.